Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here we see Diego Corrales. And they will enjoy a power advantage. Up against them, the Swarm. And they'll have a nice reach advantage. You've got to be extremely well-rounded to succeed here in the lightweight division, and these two certainly fit the bill.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am, watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Diego Corrales from the United States of America. They are the SCI, IBF, and WBO champ. The last time we saw them in action, they impressed everyone with that big KO victory. And they'll be facing the Swarm from Mali. Last time we saw them in action, they lost by a TKO. Let's see how this one plays out.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, the current SCI, IBF, and WBO champion of the world, Diego Chico Corrales. Fighting out of the blue corner from Mali, wearing the red trunks with red trim, the Swarm.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Can't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. The champion is back for another defense. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just missed with that jab. Swing and a miss with that hook. Just missed with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
And there's the bell to start round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counterpunch. Morales might be ready to go. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Corrales is stumbling and bumbling. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught.
Whoa, Johnny. Corrales in some real trouble now. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and Corrales, the body language tells you all you need to know. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter. Morales is stumbling and bumbling. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they do? What are they telling me? Go back to the corner. How are they going to get through this?
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. A perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And he misses with that straight left. They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the uppercut, but misses. Can't land the jab there. Stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. They really seem to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
No, we have to rank them as one of the best in the weight class. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Punches have to hurt. Nobody home with that hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Down goes Diego Corrales. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, it's nothing there. There's no defense.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next.
Let's start the 6th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? It's staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Catch and shoot, and down goes the Swarm. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
What desire, but at what cost? As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Here we go, it's round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
His stamina is off the charts. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. A perfect counter lands. A straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with the left hook. Halfway through the round, and hold it right there. Corrales might be ready to go. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter. counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punch. Can't score with that jab. Morales in some real trouble now. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Holding nothing back here in the round. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. Incredible work rate. Swinging a miss with the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about championship material.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. There's the bell to start round 9. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Blows the jab, but does not score. That counter shot lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh, and Corrales, the body language tells you all you need to know. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
This is the 10th. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home for that jab. The defense failed them. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit, because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And now going for the finish. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful. That cut is in a very bad place. The referee might stop it here. And the referee will allow this to continue. You know the scorecards. Is going to cause some serious problems.
Man, oh man, you know what? He's got to hope the referee doesn't jump in and stop it.
And there's the bell for round 11. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Is he going to punch himself out, though? Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
And there's the bell to start round 12. They're up and ready to go. Surely this round won't be as good as the last one.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
Misses with the straight left. Think of holding on here for a minute. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Now they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee's going to allow them to fight. Counter punching. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, here is your winner by unanimous decision, and still SCI, IBF, and WBO champion of the world, Diego Chico Corrales.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen, still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my